Now we are discussing Ayushman Bharat program. It is very, very important because of the situation of epidemic due to COVID-19. The government of India has declared that the people who are treated for COVID-19, they will be treated under the Ayushman Bharat scheme, and also they have made it compulsory to conduct the COVID-19 test of the patients. That will also be coming under Ayushman Bharat scheme, and that is why this scheme becomes very, very important. Okay, so this is how you identify the government schemes, that why it was in news and who they are targeting. So we have already had a lecture how to go through the government scheme. I'll just tell you which government schemes are important. The government schemes in health sector, the government schemes in agriculture sector, the government scheme in education sector, the government scheme in employment sector. Okay? Health, agriculture, education, and employment. From these sectors, the question will definitely be there. And if you go through the past year paper, you can identify it. Okay. Now let us start with Ayushman Bharat program. According to the Ayushman Bharat program, which was launched in 2018 through on the Independence Day of India, this scheme was launched that will address the health issues at primary, secondary, and tertiary level. This scheme is divided into two programs. First is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, that is PMJAY, which was earlier known as the National Health Protection Scheme, and then it is the Health and Wellness Center. For the first time in India, the prevention is identified as a part of any health sector scheme. So Health and Wellness Center are basically targeting the prevention of any health issue, and the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana are dealing with the secondary and tertiary health care. Okay. Now, Ayushman Bharat is an integrated approach comprising health insurance and secondary, primary, and tertiary health care. Now, the Health and Wellness Center are aimed at improving access to cheap and quality healthcare services at the primary level. So the cheap word, read it as the cost effective, not the quality wise cheap, it is the cost effective plus quality. Okay. Now as I have already told you, they will cover the PMJAY, will cover the secondary and tertiary level. Now it will be covering approximately 50 crore beneficiaries. So it will be the largest government funded healthcare program in the world. It is the largest government funded healthcare program in the world. So what will be the coverage? The coverage will be of 5 lakh per family per year. Okay? The coverage will be of 5 lakh per family per year at any government or even empaneled private hospitals. यानी कि ना ही सिर्फ government के लिए, it is for empaneled private hospital also. This thing. Second, it is only for tertiary and secondary medical care. प्राइमरी केयर के लिए नहीं है. इट मीन्स ओपीडी में एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. अगर पर्सन इज एडमिटेड तभी आयुष्मान भारत के बेनिफिट्स लिए जा सकते हैं. बी वेरी वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट. प्राइमरी के लिए नहीं है, सेकेंडरी एंड टर्शरी के लिए ही है. ठीक है. इट इज ऑल्सो कंसिडर्ड एज मोदी केयर बाय सो मेनी पीपल, विच इज अवेलेबल टू 10.7 crore beneficiary families, and considering the family size is approximately 4 to 5 people, so it will be covering 50 crore Indian citizens. Now the 80% of the beneficiaries, they will be coming from the identification through socio-economic caste census. It means the identification will be done through socio-economic caste census, and there will not be any restriction on family size, age, or gender. Family, any type of family will be considered in this. Okay. Now, it is unlike other medical insurance schemes where there is a waiting period for pre-existing diseases. There is no need to have a waiting period, and all kinds of diseases are covered from day one of Ayushman Bharat policy, and it includes both pre and post hospitalization expenses. First, from day one itself, it is applicable. No pre-existing disease condition. First thing. Second, it will cover both pre and post hospitalization expenses. It means the expenses that were before you were admitted, not you, anyone who needed the benefits, they were admitted to the hospital, and after the discharge, that person will be getting benefits. Now the expenditure will be shared between both center and state government in the ratio of 60:40 in most of the regions, and 19:10 in the regions which are considered the special region, and central funding will be there for UTs without legislature as 100% funding. Okay. Now this will also be having the additional resources from health and education cess. Okay, so another additional resources will be given from health and education cess, and the states, they have the choices. Either they can take the insurance through insurance companies, or they can have it through a trust system. So the states can either take give this to insurance agencies and give them certain premium, or maintain a trust for them. Okay, the National Health Protection Mission will pay for the hospitalization cost of its beneficiaries through strategic purchasing. Okay, so they will find, initially only they will identify that how to pay for the beneficiary. To be noted that transport allowance for hospital will also be provided. That per hospital transport allowance will also be provided. This is about the Jan Arogya Yojana. Now, at the same time, health and wellness center are being created for converting the existing primary health centers and sub-centers. So it will be providing comprehensive primary health care. It will be providing a system where the people, they do not become ill. They are trying to create a system where people do not become ill, and they have a immunity, and they identify whether their body is suffering from something or not, so that diagnostic services will be provided free of cost, and free essential drugs will also be provided. So this is health and wellness center. Now, this is also important because a national health agency is the body responsible for implementing the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. So you must know about National Health Authority. National Health Authority was previously known as National Health Agency. It was previously known as National Health Agency. Now it is known as NHA, and it will be implementing the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, where it is headed by a governing board, which is the post is held by the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare. They will be having a CEO who will be the government secretary, and also one person who will be representing the state. Now, at the state level, the state health agencies will be created, which will be formed in the form of society or trust, and they will have full operation autonomy for the implementation of the scheme at the state level. Okay, so central level पे there will be National Health Authority, and the state level पे there will be National Health Agencies. This will be a body that will be headed by the Minister of Health and Family Welfare, and it will be having autonomous functioning. It is not a department of health and family welfare, rather it will be having an autonomous funding. Second thing, that state health agencies will be functioning as societies or trusts, which will be implementing them at the state level, because health is a state subject, and that is why they will be needed at the state level. Also, the state health agency will implement the scheme for those who are not part of the socio-economic caste census. The remaining 20% will be identified by the state health agencies. This is all about the Ayushman Bharat scheme. So if you have any doubt, post your doubts.